So I'm gonna try to make all of them like this, and once that is done, it will be much easier to basically just paint over them. Let's take this brush out. Yeah, this goes. Okay, I wonder if one should be sufficient. Just half of it should cover the center, I'm thinking now. Yeah. And I press on it to make it really, yeah. Just so it doesn't, so I don't, paint the center here. And this is also an opportunity to make my final check for the flashes, and if they're really sticking out, just remove them nicely. Yeah, good job. Yeah, telling myself I'm doing a good job. Yes. How megalomaniacal I am. Alright. I guess it's good. Yeah. And like, I don't think you have to be like millimetrically accurate. So just general sense of not sticking into the middle, like the paint not in the middle will be sufficient. And I want, of course, I want to have paint in the rims fully. I don't want to obstruct the rims, but I want the center to be relatively free of paint. So I can do it like this. And another thing I can do, I can just put it at the end of like a toothpick like that and paint like that, which is I think I'm gonna do. Okay, let's use some of those smaller pieces here. I reckon I can make something like 4 of them from here. I'm gonna cover this, follow my own advice. Okay. So we have several more, I think, to cover there. Let's see. So I'm taking small pieces, just like making a dough or something like that, just to mask that center line, so there's no paint there, and I don't need anything else really. All I need is for this center line to be clear of paint. That's all I need. So I don't think there will be any danger of paint in the center with this. The problem could be that some of the rim doesn't get enough paint, but this can easily be corrected by adding paint to that area. Whereas if you had trouble in the center, unwanted paint, removing it is very, very difficult. But if you have missing paint, it's quite easy to remedy. And again, I really don't aim for perfection. I just try to make it fun, and just because the alternative to perfection is not doing anything, and that doesn't really, it's not good for you, it's not good for your models. So just get it done, learn from your mistakes, and these are perfect models to learn from your mistakes. Okay, there's a reason they are the way they are. Okay, so they are more forgiving and you can learn from them. So when you move to a more professional model, you can take all those lessons with you, and you can be picky then. But this one, you can just relax and enjoy the process, if you will. Make it into a ball again. By the way, this model has only 15 pieces. 15 phases of build. Obviously much more than 15 pieces, but Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's less than 100 pieces in any case, including the figures and the diorama. I think the diorama is a very nice touch. I mean, many models don't come with diorama these days. They will probably say professional modelers like their custom diorama anyway, so they don't want a kit like this. But I don't know, for me, I enjoyed these dioramas that are included because they really give just like the texture gives a real feel of reality to the model, in my opinion, which is not very easy to do with, you know, self-made components. There are a lot of people doing a great job with the diorama using like architectural implements like trees and stuff, and they're great. I love them, no problem. But it's something designed for making a diorama. Like, for example, I'm gonna just go ahead and show, like, see these tracks, these textures, these craters, and makes them look so much more real. It's just great. So I think I can make these last for the 3 last wheel parts I have, and yeah, put it in the center like this. Yep, pretty good. Push a little. Perfect. Feel like they're ready to bake now. Yeah. They were biscuits or something. Biscuit is not the right word, but I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Bakeries or pastries. I don't know. Something you can put in the oven, bake, and expect tasty results. Yeah, don't do that. It won't be good with the plastic thing. It's all chemical and stuff. So it's a petroleum product, really. Plastic, all plastic is in one way or another petroleum product. So that's one more unnecessary information for you. You probably already knew. Okay, so I'm done doing these, covering these with blue tack, and I think at this point in time I'm really ready to do the paint job. Now, for the paint, there are a few considerations. I don't need a very fine paint with this, so I'm just gonna go. I have this Chevelle paint set 29621. I'm just gonna open it, and I'm gonna go with this one, this number 0 brush, which is just enough, I think, to paint these. And I'm thinking of keeping the plastic part of it so I can keep them nice and tidy like this. I'm going to throw away this part, obviously, but yeah, use it like a sort of tray with the brush on. And these are the non-specialists, more general purpose kinds of brushes. So let's take it out again. Yeah, number 0. Quite sufficient in my opinion to do this kind of paint job. So I already have some water here. Let's let it a little. Okay. Yeah, looks great. So we're starting painting. Yay! Let's give our paint a shake and then open it. Yeah, perfect. Oh, how beautiful it looks. Look at that. Now, it's important to always thin your paint. Okay, that's very important. So I'm gonna just put this here. I'm gonna put just that little bit of water in there. You can add later as required, but the important thing is to always thin your paint. Never use it as it is out of the box. Don't put it and just put it on the thing as it comes out. So don't use from here to the piece. Always thin your paint, okay? If you think it's thin too much, just add some more paint. If you think it's too thick, too much paint, just add more water, okay? Must be aware of that. So very easy, very nice, very satisfying to paint. Just very broad strokes. Again, everything is masked. No need to worry about any like overflow or anything. It's just a matter of enjoying the process here, because we have already taken all of our precautions beforehand with the blue tack and made our pieces ready to paint. And that's what's important. By the way, always remember to close your paint cap, otherwise it will dry out. So that's one thing to remember. Yeah, these were a little, going with this. Go ahead, use with the split. And at this point in time, if you can see, it's trying to be a little too much of water. It's not sticking as you see. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more paint at this point in time, because it's just too much water there. Yeah, that's a little better. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm gonna need really more water for that. I'm sorry, paint for that, because it's really not sticking. So just increase the paint mixture here. Like, you don't want to see any of the under, like, the original color of the piece should be completely gone. So there are other applications. So when we want to do, for example, like a wash, then you do want to get like for example, in an overcoat, you may want a lot of water so that it washes over basically, but not for this particular application. Again, if you think any point in time it's like too little paint, then there are some parts of the original color showing through. You can just go ahead and add more paint later, so it shouldn't be a problem. So those are good to dry. I have here like a lump of paint that's too painty, so I'm gonna go ahead and add more paint to this entire mixture to make it to increase the amount of paint in the mixture. Let's see how that goes. Closing my paint like this. It's good to have actually it like some tissue to test the mix, basically, if it's good. Yeah, I think it looks fine now. Anyway, if it's not, we can always add some more paint. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some more toothpicks to put these in, so I'll be right back.